Hey everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program RP-0. We are continuing our recap of the Extra Live 2018 live stream. This is all taking place shortly after our deorbit of the Block 1 Harmonia core section. A brief view of contracts and kind of a glance over our list of things that we have to accomplish, and a kind of a brief overview of things I would have liked to have accomplished during this live stream, including a couple more launches. I won't really get into the details about what we do and we don't get into, because that would ruin all the fun. Anyway, a quick check of TAC life support revealed that our crew on the moon at Rosalina Memorial Station, is about to be due for a resupply here very soon, and it looks they have like 117 some odd days, I think it said, of life support remaining. So we need to get a resupply trip out to them post haste. They've got some time. We've got a couple of supply pods already built, so it's really just rollout time and flight time we need to be concerned about. But with inclination of their landing site being a thing, it can take a little while for a supply pod to come from orbit to landing at the site. So we want to get to this as quickly as possible. So we will roll out a resupply pod Victor with the new experimental lander engine attached to it. We need to get some more reliability points on that thing before we start sticking it under a Mars base and a crew that will be relying on it like their lives depended on it. So anyway, we're about to transfer out to the launch pad, so I will turn you over to old me live during the live stream. Complicated landing on a vehicle that's only had like 2 actual test flights, or 1 really. We've only deployed this engine, like actually deployed this engine once, and it was on the previous Victor resupply. However, it is also going up on a bunch of other things. Oh, we need to have the Mars base integrated onto the launch vehicle before the window. That's something we need to do. Okay, booster sep, fairing sep, other fairing sep, ignition. These fairings actually don't need to be separated. They can go up here, and then that ignition. That's all good. Mech Jeb. Rendezvous planner. On our asteroidy buddies. Set as target. Time warp. Climbing. Which flight is this one? We're launching a resupply to our moon base because they're going to need it before we get to all of our other things that we have to do. So this is one of the very mundane ones that I usually just speed through the entire footage of, and now you get to see it in real time. Lucky dog. Any thoughts doing a SpaceX New Glenn style reusable rocket? A little bit. I mean, of like the boost back variety. Yes, I have thought about it. I just I haven't. I don't know. I've poked around at a few different ideas. I've never actually finished building one out. Fellow family members ask why the hell I woke up 1.5 hours early on a Saturday to watch some 3D stations and rockets and some American dude talking. Midwest American accent, though. But I know, right? I think, honestly, the Midwestern accent is the least entertaining of all the Americanized English accents. We're pretty bland. You know. Corn, cows, beans. Alright. Relative inclination falling. Let's just watch me fly right past this. Let's change camera right when the numbers are getting critically low. There we go. .27 arches. Yep. That's me. Alright, looks like, yeah, throttle set to full. SAS is on. Relative inclination .26. Is there only the one? Yeah, there's just the one. Or, you know, the half McDonald's logo. Oh, come on! Shut. Well, I did not mean to hit that spacebar. Yeah. How did it... we sat on the pad for so long, the liquid oxygen boiled off. Half of our liquid hydrogen boiled off. Can we recover this? Come on, stop wiggling. Do not fall over. Oh, God. Come on. Give it back. Give it back. Oh, come on. Come on. Let me recover this ridiculous disaster. Ha ha! Gotcha! I figure it would be heavier. Fair enough. Alright. Toggle pump. Toggle pump. Toggle pump. Toggle pump. Move fairings. Probably not going to do all of them, but figured 2 per tank or so should be enough to keep us all topped off while we're waiting for our moon window. Saturn run with magnetothermodynamic engines. Oh man, if and only. You'd pay for it with lower engine TWR. Fair. There's no money limits, no pad limits, so heavier doesn't actually mean anything to him. I have money limits. But it's a bit like, say, redundant magnetos on a light aircraft engine. Interesting. Good example would be an idea for experimental landing engine. Have it hold on to its old clutch system as a backup in the event that the newer induction MGU starter unit fails, or vice versa. Interesting. I like it. I trust your judgments. Set. 42 degrees. Oh, come on. How did... Really? Was I building one of those before I started duplicate? Oh, no, 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 no. Not physics warp. Uh-oh. Is there any real-life analogs to the additional pump idea? Yeah, that's not a question for me. Okay, so unlimited relights until test flight eventually fails you or your MGU starter, then fall back on the 60 ignitions clutch starter. I think 60 might be a bit too much if we're... I mean, if you're going unlimited restarts and then like, oh crap, it failed, you've got 5. But I'll leave that up to you two. But I don't think I would... I mean, 60... I can barely use up 32 ignitions for the service propulsion engine from the Apollo command thing. Words. Becoming difficult. The Rutherford has 2 turbopump motors. Is it one for fuel and one for oxidizer, though? I mean, if one of those turbopumps failed, would the rocket fail? Yeah, I'll say in dealing with the 60 relight engine, I don't know if I'll ever actually need 60 relights on an engine, but that's not considering things like reusables or, you know, like Lunar Uber. If that had 60 ignitions, yeah, we'd chew through them pretty quick. Okay. Are we fully fueled? Yes, we are. Bouncy rocket bounces. Throttle set to full. SAS is on. Ignition. Good light. Clamps off. So we'll be reverting to that with the added weight of the failed induction system. Man, why is our TWR so awesome? This concerns me some. Yeah, watch this resupply pod be completely empty. This is probably the quickest a DN5 has ever gotten off the pad. Yeah, probably. If this doesn't have snacks on it, somebody's going to be real mad. I mean, me. To a certain extent, I do agree with you, Simulation. I just think that we're getting high enough in the tech tree and the space program's been around long enough that it makes sense for them to have contracted engine development. And there's a lot of holes left by what's available to me and what's modified to work with RO. I think considering the scale and scope of the space program, it's acceptable to branch out. Alright, I need to pay attention to my gravity turn. Check the resource panel. Okay, yeah, everything... Why is liquid oxygen so low? I mean, that just seems weird to me, but everything seems to be matching up. Let's just correct our relative inclination best we can here. Alright, there we go. And we'll just continue right on leaning in. We should be way lower than this. Dang it. Good thing we got gobs of spare Delta V here. Just gobs and gobs and gobs. Alright, you can go away, resource panel. We don't particularly need you right now. Nope, climbing. Nope, or was it falling? Am I just dumb? It is falling. Okay, I'm just dumb. I'm so sorry, Chad, I'm not paying attention to you right now. So I have way overshot my mark. Coming up on booster set, we need to be down here somewhere. 2 seconds. Flame out, booster set. Boosters are clearing away. Oh, this is the new DN5 with the 3 171Ms. Okay. Biggest drawback of strictly realistic RO is it ignores some of the reasons why things didn't exist, because we're not a dedicated 100% to spaceflight species like Kerbals are, and therefore have other things to spend money on besides spaceflight. Indeed. Alright, fairing set. Please clear. Yes, we're good. Alright, and let's activate, make sure we're getting all of our things and stuff to do their stuff and things. Should have put these on an action group like an intelligent person. And let's just fire straight down the horizon. Minute 39 to Apoapsis, 5 minutes of runtime. We're probably going to see that start to creep up as our TWR will eventually get above 1. So what? Okay, all right. Well, let's just let's roll that back a little bit. Okay. Couldn't stay for very long. Thanks for a great first stream. Try to catch up again tomorrow. Good night all. Thank you, teaching tomorrow. Hopefully we'll see you again in a few hours. Enjoy your evening. I'll say I'm holding Wookiee and Ash to a strict standard of you have to do the math, because I can't. And so I trust them to make stuff that's very plausible, mathematically possible, no cheaty engines. Speaking of which, how good is that engine generator tool thing as far as creating realistic-like engine configs? Doesn't have a built-in sanity check. Ah, so that's what I was kind of looking for. It's like, does it limit you? Is there only a certain, like, I don't know, I guess in my mind, like, you should be able to put in, like, I want an engine that has, you know, like, X runtime and Y thrust output vacuum, and it'll generate for you the fuel consumption, the mass, and the reliability figures. Past our apogee. Come on, sweetie. Okay. Nope, still falling. Get that speed up. 1.4 to TWR. It's compiled for 1.31. Oh, it doesn't work by default on 1.1.3. I mean, I guess my thought is if it's kicking out numbers, then you can build the config by hand from there? Is that what you guys are doing? Oh my gosh. That's like work. Alright, time to apogee is climbing 2 kilometers per second left. We should just about round out our orbit on this, which is nice. Which, how does this thing have a 1.4 off the pad? I guess the new boosters really made a lot of difference. So, yeah, really, we traded out 3 E1s for another... Oh no, those things were running the old DN5 was running a single RD171M and 3 E1 advanced. And this is now running 3 171M, so that's nearly, well, that's another 8,000 some odd kilonewtons per booster. So yeah, that's probably why our thrust to weight ratio was all super positive. You're massaging the LE6 configs based on what the tool made. Yeah, the tech levels and such don't match with 1.1.3. Ah, okay. Third of a degree relative inclination. That should be good for pretty close. Like we should, I don't know. Well, that depends on where the station is when we pass over the moon. It does not set us on a good approach. So, you have all the nodes unlocked? Not quite. I think I have all the nodes in the tree. Like they're being... All the nodes in the tree that have parts in them are in the queue to be unlocked. They are not quite unlocked yet. Man, we are Probably not going to round out orbit on our core stage. That's new and exciting. Where the hell was I? Parts, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff in the queue to be researched that is not unlocked yet, like most of it. So there are still parts I do not have access to. Ignition. Good light. RCS to arm. And this shouldn't take much to round it out. I wonder if I just screwed this ascent up that badly. Why are you being so wibbly wobbly? Ion powered mission soon. I've toyed around with the ion engines. I just can't seem to build something that's worthwhile. Rendering in Blender is making this a slideshow. Sorry, guys. Oh, that's okay, Pulsey. Whatever you're doing in Blender is probably way better than this, to be real honest. Ah, yes. Cat, good observation. Nuclear Mars transfer vehicle. Could be in the works, still toying with nuclear engines, trying to find that right combination. Alright, and did I upgrade this to the A? I did. Thank goodness. Alright, coming up on orbit, and eventually. 2, 3, 4, shutdown. 226 by 150, not great, not terrible. What is our, ooh boy. Electric charge draw is impressive. Okay, let's say, where are the cores on my upper stage? God, please tell me there are cores on the upper stage. There are. They are there. It is a thing. They are real. His Fallout 76 is, yes, he did say nuclear. Because, dang it. I'm bad at enunciation. Fallout 76 is only available through their extra crappy Bethesda launcher. I've gone ahead and sped up most of our translunar injection process because you've seen it go through probably a couple hundred times, or at least once more with this exact vehicle. So we'll get ourselves angled in here to this node, really amp up the acceleration, and make our push towards the moon with our B upper stage powered by that HG3 engine, which will go through the lion's share of its fuel, making said transfer. It will have enough left over, but this is not the L variant like it really ought to be at this point, which has the radiators and the solar panels so that, one, it could keep its batteries topped off to keep those avionics cores functioning, and two, so it could preserve some of that cryogenic liquid hydrogen for use in lunar capture. Since we did not have that, we will just kind of top off or correct our approach here to the moon before getting rid of the HG3 stage entirely. And there it goes away, and proceed just on the resupply pod itself. Which really was kind of a mistake. But all of that fuel would have boiled off before we got to the moon anyway, and even if it wouldn't, the added power draw from those two cores would have left all of the batteries dead, even if all four of these panels were facing directly into the sun. So our new experimental engine will handle lunar capture. We did switch off to go do a few other things in the midterm, but none that were relevant to this mission, so we'll just skip past that and then come back for our approach. It has actually been like 17 days or something like that since we left this craft. We just had a few other things to adjust to while we waited for Rosalina Station to be under the track of our resupply pod. And then we will make our deorbit burn and start to line ourselves up for approach. There'll be about one more small correction to the south, I believe, before we have ourselves nice and lined up for Rosalina Memorial Station. We can start to make our final landing approach. Everything on this really tested good, but the greatest challenge of this resupply pod is going to be trying to keep our total runtime under the failure limit for the engine, which does have a rated burn time of about 8 minutes. And considering this thing was solely responsible for its own capture, we will be bumping right up against that figure after not too long. So here's a nice burn to really put ourselves on approach. I do tend to make several of these as a approach philosophy. But anyway, here's old me for live coverage. DVR is up to solid 4. That's awesome. Really, I think we can let this run minute 52. So split of that would be 1 minute 30. We're probably not going to let it go down that far. Almost done resculpting the belly pan to accommodate the change. Okay. Good enough for me. Alright, ullage, ignition. Ah, vapor, come on. Come on. Very stable ignition. Full burn, we're good. 4, we cannot see the target. Still moving in a kilometer per second, however. Alright, sweetie, just bring it on home. We need to turn south by a bunch. There we go. Yeah, that works. Oh, come on. No, no, no. Nope. 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 Okay. Hell. There's target. Going a bit fast. I may have done this. Oh boy. Come on, thrusters. If you are ever going to make a difference about anything, now is the time to do it. Oh wow, we might actually stop short. Seeing this now. I don't know if I should actually throttle back or just shut down. Yeah, I had that node plotted way the hell off, but okay. As long as we don't start climbing, I think we'll be alright. Alright, I'm real sorry, chat. I'm gonna be absorbed in this for a minute or two. Wow, why? Am I really coming in that off? I guess I am. And bring it home, bring it home, bring it home. shut down. Nope. 184 meters per second, totaling 13 seconds in 1 minute. 44 seconds. What was the altitude at that node? 10 kilometers. Really? What's our difference here? It says we're right now at 10 kilometers, so that might be actually in the dirt. And that's 18, so roughly 8-ish kilometer. Quick save, just in case. Alright, let's distract him quick. Watch here. Oh, sorry, SimG. You did not get me this time. Although we may still experience engine failure, which I'm really hoping we don't. But maybe. KER shows true current TWR instead of just the assumed 100% throttle TWR. Found it in the custom window editor. Granted, that's in window 3.1. So isn't one of these current? I mean, maybe not, but I need to once again pay attention. Quick save cheat instant ban. Quick save just in case isn't live stream approved behavior. Fair enough. I promise if I crash it, I will not revert. We will just load up the crew and head home. Teens. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, ignition. Render range? Nope, not quite. Not quite render range, and I overshot. Because of course I did. Now we're in render range. Because damn it. IIRC, it was something I added to vessel stats. You can cheat how you want for the regular episodes and we'd never know. Just not here, not in the live show. This is all the for real deal. None cheat. We didn't make the rules, but we will enforce them. Fair enough, fair enough. Oh, no. No, 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 no. You do not, you do not. Engine is failing. Come on, bring it back, bring it back. You can do this. Don't go on me now, come on. Just Soft touchdown, please, with your busted self. Oh! Yeah, it's complete loss. Yep, too much runny time. Damn it. Oh, so much debris. God, we're gonna have to clean this up. Well, crew, you know what to do. And that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. And I will see all of you in the next one. So, until then, see you later.